Say hello.
Hi.
Oh, here we go. Look at all these people. This is for Professor Sauer. Look at that pretty girl. We're on Periscope right now. Live. People are watching you. Hopefully Professor will start up here in a minute and teach us something cool. Oh, here he goes. That's Richard right there.
Hi.
All right, here he goes. He's going to teach something.
Alright guys, well, just do a couple times just to feel back and forward. The idea is to kind of give some energy upon it, make it move, and remember about the inertia. This is something that I have to emphasize all the time. The more you can make your opponent kind of move a little bit, the easier you're going to make the moves work. When you break the inertia, you have the body motion. Body motion is easy to change direction. When the body is stiff and just park, and you have to do everything by yourself from the bottom, it's a nightmare. Very, very difficult. So remember just to try to make inertia. Always, if you want to throw somebody here, you always push the guy a little bit that way first. You give a little energy right here, boom, you go to the other side. Anytime you want to throw somebody, no matter where, you want to throw somebody back. What do? You pull him first. When you feel the resistance, you go back. And that's something you have to kind of play and educate yourself, educate your body, polish a little bit, go slow, go smooth. Don't try to yank it. Don't try to make, if the move doesn't work, don't try to kind of compensate with muscle. Don't try to go harder. Stop, take a couple breaths, do it again. Doesn't work again, stop. If you cannot make the move work, tell your partner, hey, can you please do one time? And you try to see what he's doing. That's one way that you can go back and forward to try to see each other progress together. Sometimes for some people, you can get the move a little bit easier, and you just ask your partner, hey, can you please, I'm having a hard time here, I'm using a lot of muscle, can you help me out here? And you go back and forth until you get the angle. Think about angles all the time. And of course, protect yourself. If you guys are going to do something that's kind of painful, or it's hurting, or ribs, when you guys train, other thing that's an important part for us to think about is anytime you guys training, you guys on the ground, and you see somebody on top of you, avoid to put all your air out. Anytime your air goes out, your ribs cage goes smaller, and what happens, the ribs cage can very easily kind of clamp. Anytime you want to twist it, try to put a little tiny air in your lungs. Now you got it this more soft. So if anybody here ever got hit, got hurt on the ribs, it's because you put all your air out. I don't know about you guys, but I got my ribs hurt many times. And the moment you start to learn how to put a little bit air, it's like filling up the balloon. Put a little tiny air, now you protect all your ribs. Anytime you have somebody on top of you, coming in the stomach, cross body, make sure that you never, don't put all the air out. You always kind of take air small and leave the lungs always full. Not full, but a little tiny air over there to at least to hold and contract your body and protect your ribs, protect your joints, protect your neck. Anytime you're going to do moves, always protect yourself. Ever trust nobody with your joints. When somebody gets an arm bar and you see somebody over here, you already think about tapping. Don't let somebody to snap your arm back there for you to tap after. Don't let somebody go there far for you to tap after. You know your arm is going, you already think about tapping. Another thing that I like to tell people is how to develop trust. I need to trust my opponent. When I grapple with my opponent, I need to trust that he's not going to snap my arm. I tell everybody who trains with me, when the hand goes up, you start releasing. The guy don't need to do 3 times for you to let go. The hand goes up, you start releasing. And what you're going to do, the guy's going to feel, oh, that's pretty cool. You kind of gentle with me, so let me try to escape a little. I'm going to be more funny. I'm going to try a little bit farther. because I'm trusting my opponent. I know that the guy is concerned about my joints. If I have to tap 3 times very quickly every time somebody put in a move, I'm not going to trust nobody to do moves against me because I'm terrified. I'm ready to tap every time, so that means I cannot progress myself. I'm feel afraid to try things. In Jiu-Jitsu, we need to try things. You have to try, and of course, when you have the instructor by your side, the instructor is going to guide you, going to give the tools, going to give all the mechanics, and you just got to try. Let your body be the one to answer everything. Your mind sometimes do things, but you have to trust in the muscle memory. A well-educated muscle memory, if you guys know the curriculum, you know the moves. Grandmaster Elliot, when he put a curriculum down, you know, he wrote those moves down. He was not playing. He put those moves down because he knew those moves are necessary for you to be able to put more moves on top. The curriculum of Jiu-Jitsu doesn't stop there. The curriculum of Jiu-Jitsu is almost like infinite. You never stop learning. There's always something else to add. Somebody else always going to come up with a little bait, a little trick. Doesn't mean Jiu-Jitsu doesn't have answers. Yeah, we do have answers for pretty much almost everything. Mainly, we only don't have answer when you're done, when the lights comes off. Now the answer's off. As long as your eyes are open and you're still moving, you have answer for something. Let your body answer that. Educate your body how to be perfect. Be spoiled on the mat. Anytime you guys on the mat, be spoiled. Look to your instructor. Look at the way how black belts move. Every time you see black belts move, black belts in the school, don't ever start talking to somebody else and let the black belt. Man, if I walk in the school and see guys training, it can be white or blue, purple. My eyes is always there looking. Because I want to see how those guys moving. I don't want to see them move. If I see too much noise, blah, blah, a lot of noise, a lot of commotion, I know that finesse is not there yet. It's too much square moves. When I see guys rolling very smooth, man, that's a beautiful machine. Look at that. It looks like a dance. So beautiful, the mechanic. I want to be just like that. You need to educate yourself how to understand finesse. Jiu-Jitsu is not the muscle, it's not the power, it's the finesse. And that's what's going to carry you for the rest of your life. If you want to be tough in Jiu-Jitsu just for a little period of time, I want to give a different advice. You can go to the gym, lift a lot of weights, take a couple steroid shots, be very powerful. You're going to be very good for a year, a couple years, 2 years, maybe 3, 4, 5 years, maybe 10 years. And after that, you're going to hang your belt, hang your gi. That's it. Because when you get older, you got a black belt, all the blue belts, young guys, man, I'm going to test myself against the black belt there. You know, I don't need to go easy with him. He's a black belt, so I'm going to do my. And the guy's 20 years old, you're already 45, 50. You start paying the price. When you have finesse, in worst case scenario, you can always put the guy back. You can always hold. You can always survive. You can find a way to survive. The idea for us is to be slippery. When you're slippery, you make your opponent move. When you start moving, guess what? Moving shows up. If you guys train, nobody does nothing. Not a good mechanic. You walk to the class. Every time you walk to the door and you leave the door, you have to leave with knowledge. Your body come in. When your body go out with knowledge. Every single day, at the end of 1 year, this adds up a lot of knowledge. 10 years later, oh my gosh, imagine all kind of knowledge. So it doesn't matter if you're a black belt, you always come here with a white belt mentality of a way to polish your mechanics. How can you make it smoother? How can I make it better? How can I make this move work with less effort? Everybody who starts training Jiu-Jitsu, we bring our bodies with 100% power, 0 knowledge. After a little time training, we get 80% power, you get 20% efficient when you do mechanics. Your goal eventually down the road is 20% effort, 80% results. That should be the ultimate goal. If you can apply 20% of your effort in doing Jiu-Jitsu and you receive 80% results in every mechanic, then you're doing a wonderful thing. You got your body completely perfect, well educated, and muscle memory is just flawless. You can train Jiu-Jitsu against opponents, you can play, you can be very playful. The more playful you are, remember, more openings going to happen, more playful you're going to be, and it's fun too. It is a respectful way to treat each other on the mat. Remember that hurting people on the mat is the worst thing to do. It's not good for you, it's not good for the school, it's not good for nobody. Nobody wins by hurting people. For you to be careful when you train, when you practice, when you move, and be careful with your own joints. So anytime you're doing moves on the ground, be gracious. Take your time. Make sure that you not going to hurt yourself with fingers touching the ground, or head spanking over there, or elbow on the ground. Anytime you're doing, try to go smooth. The smoother you're going to get, the more spoiled you're going to be on your Jiu-Jitsu journey. And Jiu-Jitsu journey cannot be 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You got to be thinking about 20, 30 years. Grandmaster one time told me one thing, that he only looked at people on the mat after 30 years of training. And I was like, 30 years, Professor? Come on. What are you going to 30 years? Yeah, I'm only going to be impressed with somebody on the mat after 30 years. After a guy doing 30 years, practicing, doing, and he's still doing, efficient, effective, I'm going to be watching him. Before that, I know he's just tough guy, moving, and, you know, you see guys just pound each other. That's just rough. Yeah, you can be rough right now. And he was totally right. I go back to Brazil, 90% of my friends that we used to train together, they all hang the belts. Nobody's training anymore. Nobody's on the gi, nobody's on the mat, nobody's sharing moves. Done. They just enjoy when they used to be younger. Age catch up, they don't train no more. And that's a shame, because that should be the time that you could be developed the best techniques possible. After you get older and you get some injuries, you don't have to just stop training. Even though you got a shoulder sore, knee sore, you come to the mat and you observe. You come to the mat and you practice move. By yourself if you have to. Get somebody a lot lighter than you and play with him. Always get yourself the habit to do jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is such a powerful art. Builds such a great environment and brings the best of people when you have a good instructor by your side. If you don't have a good instructor, it can bring the worst on people too. If you have an instructor who tell you, go ahead and kill him, Brian, don't give him space, man. The instructor intimidate you and make you very powerful, holding you and try to snap his arm. If the guy do this, break it. It's completely wrong there. It's the opposite. You know, you have to be gentle on the mat and make sure that you understand about this idea. I'm teaching my little kid. How can I be so gentle with my kid? How can I make the kid better? Finesse. You just play with finesse. Good for everybody, good for the school, good for the environment. And that's what Gracie is about. I never understood, I never thought about Grandmaster Gracie. When I was a kid, I tried to go to the gym, lift weights. Grandmaster used to make fun of me, you know, because I was trying to lift weights. Well, I just maybe lift weights for like maybe 2 months. And try to get stronger. And like, why are you doing that for, man? You just want to cheat. You just want to use muscle. You know, of course, I think I'm going to exercise for you to be fit, for you to protect your joints, but not to develop a big muscle, bulky. Because when we train, all your blood goes to the muscle, and now you have no blood to your brains, no blood to your lungs. Fatigue. So, playful time. I think that's pretty much a simple way to do it. Anyway, I know you kind of. I don't want to take too much of you guys' time here. First of all, I'd like to thank you very much for all you guys to come over here. You know, I know you guys could have better things to do tonight.
Yeah, right.
Could be, some other place, but you guys chose to be here. So I really appreciate all you guys' time on the mat to get the opportunity to come here and share jiu-jitsu with you guys. I think if anybody has any question, he'll be more than glad to answer. But I would like to say thankful.
Yeah, it was a huge honor for us. We asked Pedro if he would stay around and get some individual pictures with people who wanted them. So we wanted to leave a little bit of time for you guys to get one-on-ones, make a little thing there, maybe get a group picture of all of us. If you guys don't have any questions, we can wrap it up. And yes.
So is there anything special you do to keep yourself fit besides the jiu-jitsu class?
I do gymnastica natural in the pool every day.
What? I'm sorry?
Gymnastica natural, you know, Alvaro Romano does gymnastica natural. That kid, Alvaro Romano, oh, the kid, he's my age, so it's not that guy, Alvaro Romano, he gave me a series of exercises that I put on gloves, and the gloves kind of wide like this, and I get in the pool, and I just mess with water every single day. I got tons of exercise that I do, that I twist, and I move like this, just in the water, and after that I swim. I take 1 hour a day, and that's it. I never lift weights, I never get in the gym to get fit. I'm just getting in the pool, and I play with water.
Cool. Master Pedro Sauer, everyone. Thank you, sir.